The defenders of universal ethical norms might object to an ethics where you follow your inclinations and loves. They argue that if everyone has the right to fully express themselves and do what he pleases, then there is no difference between a good deed and a crime. Every corrupt impulse in me has the same right to be expressed as has the intention of serving the common good. For the defenders of universal ethical norms, the decisive factor for an ethical person is not the fact that I have conceived the idea of an action, but whether I judge it to be good or evil. Only if it is good should I carry it out. My reply to this objection is this: I am not talking about children or immature people who merely express their animal or social instincts. I am talking about those who are capable of rising above lower instincts and rising above group conformity. I am talking about those who are capable of the kind of thinking that rises to the level of the conceptual content of the world. If we want to get at the essence of human willing, we must distinguish between the preparatory path that brings willing up to a certain stage of development and the unique character willing acquires as it nears the goal. Rules play a rightful part at a stage of development on the way towards this goal. The goal is to conceive ethical aims grasped by pure intuition. A person attains ethical aims to the extent that he has any ability at all to lift himself to the level at which intuition grasps the conceptual content of the world. In individual cases of willing, other elements are usually mixed in with ethical aims, either as motive or driving force. Nevertheless, intuition can still be the determining factor in human willing, wholly or in part. A person does what he should do. He provides the setting where should becomes do. One's own action is allowed to spring from oneself. Here the impulse can only be completely individual, and in fact, only an act of will that springs from intuition can be individual.